Welcome to Gym Owner Freedom. I am Scott Carpenter, and I am a former broke, struggling, frustrated, and overworked gym owner that felt stuck no matter what I did to try and improve the business. Once I realized that the answer wasn't what I thought it was, just getting more clients, and after really doing the math on acquisition and churn rates, I realized I wasn't even playing a winnable game to begin with. With my current price structure, mathematically, there was no way I could afford to pay my staff so I could scale up and out of the business, that I can have the time, the money, the impact, and the freedom that I always knew I was capable of. Once I learned how to add value by selling transformational programs to people who needed more than just workouts, everything changed in my life. Today, I own 6 gyms that all run without me, and I am free to pursue my passion projects and work just because I love to, not because I have to. And if that's a goal that we mutually share together, then this is the show for you. I'm going to teach you the framework to make way more money with less clients and open up a world of possibilities to you. Subscribe, leave a review, and tune in every week. It'll change your life. I promise you that. Today, what we're going over is self-explanatory. Live workshop on acquiring new members in your gym for free, AKA without paid ads. That's really the name of the game that we're talking about today. A couple weeks ago, if you need help with your paid ads and the strategies, we went over that a couple weeks ago. But for a lot of us, I don't know if anybody is a Chappelle Show fan, but this is dating me because this was on when I was in college. Freaking hilarious. But he had Rick James on there saying cocaine is a hell of a drug. Well, for gym owners, 2024 was a hell of a year. Some of us did better and grew, and others didn't. And it really depends on where you're coming in and what your market is. But if you are relying on paid ads or not, like, it was harder to get people in the doors, and not necessarily on leads sometimes, but just, man, people weren't as responsive. They would no-show consults in their initial appointments. It was challenging in a lot of ways. And me owning gyms, I felt that too. It was not easy this year. There was a lot of distractions. Part of it, there's a few reasons. Inflation, right? So inflation really caught up. And the first thing that people will cut because they're so short-sighted is their fitness. It's the first thing coming out of a budget. If there's a couple, if there's a husband and a wife, and one of them is a member, and their costs of living have gone way up, and their wages haven't gone up in proportion, the first thing that they want to cut is fitness. Why? Because you can do it yourself. We all know they're not going to do it themselves. That's pretty much a fact. But that's the first thing that they're going to cut. So we are the ones on the chopping block first, as the effects of inflation have been hit. The second one is how we always relied on there's no magic pill. Like, I used to say that in consults, right? There's no magic pill. It's going to take work. It's going to take effort. It's putting in the reps. It's all that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, this past year, that changed. There is a magic pill, right? Ozempic, semaglutide, all that kind of stuff. Are there drawbacks? Hell yeah. Do people care about that shit? Hell no, right? So unfortunately, there's a magic pill now, which sucks. Ozempic's a shot. Other ones are an oral pill. So it's like, well, that shit backfired, right? So and the statistics on how many people are using or experimenting with that is a ton. Now, hopefully, when some of this longer term stuff comes out, that'll play back in our favor. I think it was Sharon Osbourne just shared, it literally came up yesterday on the news, that she was sharing how I think she almost died or had massive health things because Ozempic shut down her colon. So I don't want to say with any luck, more people will go in the hospital for that, because that's a bad thing to wish. But as more people become aware, maybe that's not the best thing to do. Hopefully that will play out. But there is no doubt in my mind that a lot of us lost business or didn't get it because of these drugs. So that changed. Also, just due to the nature of what we're doing, there's a low barrier to entry into the fitness industry. It's more challenging, right? Because it's not just the boutique gyms that provide competition around there. You've got people who do personal training at home or out of their garage or in parks. You have every big gym. So your LA Fitnesses and your Lifetimes, they all have personal training departments, right? So there's all of these things. Franchisors went way overboard selling the dream to people who shouldn't be in the fitness business in the first place. And you're seeing the repercussions of this. There's a lot of, even the top dogs, the F45s and the Fit Body boot camps and the Orange Theories, a lot of them are shutting down. It's just, it got flooded. All of the Mayweather boxing gyms, at least in Texas, are all shutting down. I mean, probably everywhere. That will probably fold. So there was a lot of competition everywhere. And again, anybody could take a weekend certification and say, hey, I'll train you at the gym I go to for $25 an hour, right? One-on-one. So there's competition everywhere. It's a low barrier to entry industry. These next couple of years will probably weed out more competitors. So that's the good thing. But 2024 saw a culmination with a lot of these things. And paid ads, by far and away, completely sucked this year. It is not impossible to make those profitable, but holy shit. You know, I mean, all the gym owners that I work with that rely on paid ads had a rude awakening this year. And some, it doesn't even make sense still to do it in your market. It just doesn't, the numbers don't add up. There are ways you can make that happen. We kind of covered that a couple weeks ago. I'll do a quick review, but then we're going to get on to the other things that you need to do, the free marketing that really pays off that anybody can do. I don't care if you're a solo personal trainer paying rent at a gym or you own your studio. I don't care what model you are. But there's a few things that you need to do. So the 3 issues to fix, so 2025 isn't a repeat of 2024, is number 1, your front end offers, bringing in more money. So the cost per acquisition, that's going to remain the same. But really what you do is your return on ads, if you do that, is higher. Your paid ad lead strategy, we talked about a couple weeks ago. We're going to focus on number 3, your organic lead strategy. But this is why it's been really hard. Let's say we got gym A, B, and C. Gym, they all need to bring in $5,000 in new business for a goal this December, this upcoming January, whatever it is. Okay. Gym A just has low ticket offers. They're like a large or small group, right? That's maybe $200 a month, something like that. Gym B offers a low and mid ticket. Gym C offers low, mid, and true high ticket. So the average front end purchase of Gym A, let's say, is $300, which is probably on the high side, but let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Gym B sells a mid ticket on the front end. That's like a gym launch, $599, 6-week challenge, something like that. Or maybe you do an onboarding where there's a little bit of PT before moving into group or semi. Okay. Gym C does what we do. They also have a high ticket program for the people who really want to make a change. These are the people who need help with their habits and their nutrition, and we're going to charge for it because that's the only way they're going to get to their goals and take it seriously. So our average front-end purchase in my gyms and the people that we work with say is $1,250. Not everybody buys that. Some will buy just the mid-ticket, the $599. Some will buy the low ticket too. But on average, and our high ticket is going to be like $2,500 to $3,500, okay? So averaging them all out, $1,250 conservatively on the front end for a purchase. Look how that changes things. So to make $5,000 in new business, Gym A needs 17 clients. Gym B needs 8 clients. Gym C only needs 4 clients, which is why everything has been easier for my gyms through COVID, through downturns, through Ozempic, because we just need a fraction of the new business that other people do. So that's how that math works out. And if, let's say you're doing paid ads, okay, we're going to get to organic because you don't need nearly as many. But if you're doing paid ads, you're probably only from a lead coming in to them actually signing up, going through all those stages. The average that people bring in is about 6% of those from Facebook leads. It's pretty atrocious. If you run paid ads this year, it's probably yours. Now, the best places could get 10, maybe slightly above, okay? But if we use 6%, which is definitely lower sometimes, Gym A needs 279 leads. Gym B needs 139 leads. Gym C only needs 67. And when you're paying for those leads, that makes a huge difference. Because check this out. Let's say you got $25 a lead. Yours could be less. Yours could definitely be more. Let's use that as an average. You're going to need to Gym A is going to need to spend $7,000 a month to make that happen. Now you're at a negative ROI right there. Absolutely. Because you're probably paying somebody $1,000 at least to run those ads. Gym B, okay, you need to spend $3,500 a month. So you're just barely breaking even, squeaking by. Gym C, you only need to spend $1,700 a month. So you sign up 2 people and you're in the green. It's a lot easier to get your ROI. And you're getting ahead if you just sign up 4, right? By a significant margin. That's why no matter if you're paid ads or you're organic and free acquisition, your prices and offers are massively important. And I don't care if you're group, small group, semi-private, PT, you need to have a high ticket offer. Not everybody's going to buy it, but a lot of them are. And that's going to make the difference and put you in a place where you can actually win the game. Right now, the gyms that are getting slaughtered the most are the ones who just have low-priced, large volume offers. You guys are getting slaughtered, and it's very hard. There's all the things, and the people who pay the least, guys, are the first ones to bounce out. So when the inflation hits and people are uncertain about the economy, is it the people making $250,000 a year that bounce out because of that? No. It's all the people on the lower end that are paying $150, $200 a month. Those are the ones that bounce out the first because it hits them the hardest, right? So first of all, you need to play a winnable game. So having a high ticket offer, a mid ticket offer, and a low ticket offer. You only need 1 or 2 out of 10 people to buy your high ticket to make this thing work like crazy. Your high ticket is probably 2, 3, 4, 5 grand, something like that, depending on how they're built. Your mid ticket is going to be your workouts plus your habit, right? Your high ticket is your mentorship program. Your low ticket is just the workouts. So you need to have all 3 offers and just sell what that person needs in front of you. It's that simple, okay? And this is how you can bring in huge amounts of new business, like 20 grand, 45 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand, 15 grand, 17 grand, all these things. Shout out to Des running a Fit Body Boot Camp. They've since rebranded, but a Fit Body Boot Camp brought in $43,000 in new business in 30 days. Most Fit Body Boot Camps would kill to make $43,000 in old business. I'd love to have 43 grand in old business. In some of my locations, they don't quite do that. Okay. That's pretty wild. You can't do it with just a low ticket offer or even a mid ticket offer. It just ain't going to happen. You 6-week challenge gyms out there, you know what I'm talking about. And a lot of you guys, when you bolt on the true high ticket, it just changes the game and makes it winnable. So you guys know about that. I forgot to mention, guys, we're going to go over our Black Friday offers on here too, and we have our free giveaway. So remind me on those 2 things. But our high ticket launch is the program where we teach all that, right? That's what our Black Friday is on, so I'll get to that later. But what we're talking about today is we need the prices and offers to make the game winnable, right? But it doesn't get leads in the door. Now, if you need a quarter to half the leads you previously needed because you have a high ticket offer, you're already winning. It's like you've just 4x'd your lead flow right there by not needing all those. So that's important. But here's the thing. Most of us aren't doing anything beyond paid ads. It's either like, hey, I'm doing paid ads, or I just ask for referrals sometimes and try to get reviews. And that's about it. We don't have a strategy. We don't have a thing that we're executing. And we don't know how. It's difficult, right? Or it's awkward. You're walking into businesses and just introducing yourself. You don't really know where to take it, right? So this is where organic lead generation really comes into play, which is what we're going to focus on. Organic meaning free. Anything you do free is what we're going to consider in this. And we're going to look at 2 big things today, email and social media. So this is just how to reach out to the population and let them know about you. First of all, they don't know you. That's part of your problem. Second of all, they don't know you from any Tom, Dick, and Harry down the street. You don't stand out, right? That's a problem, and it's hard to undo. So we're going to talk about that. Now, here's the thing. Your email and your contact list and your SMS list, super important, super valuable, right? If you have that, you're way ahead of the game. If you don't, that's okay too. Social media freaks some people out. Anybody here not really like social media? Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of people in the fitness industry. I don't know why, but and maybe it's because I was born in 1982, but if it weren't for me being a business owner, I would not have Facebook. I only got an Instagram maybe 3 or so years ago. I couldn't tell you when. I still can't use it for shit. Like, I'm not good at it. My wife sends me stuff on there. I can't find anything. And by the time somebody tags me in a story, you better damn believe it's going to be gone before the time I can look at it. Like, it happens all the time. But here's the thing. I'm not a social media guy. That doesn't mean you can't crush it in this. And for those of you who just want to shut it down and say, I hate social media, I don't want to do it, this is an important lesson, okay? And I'll get to that in a second. But I found this post because I'm like, I got to show people like I really didn't. So this is October in 2019, okay? Before I started coaching gym owners to doing all this stuff, right? So because I always said I literally posted like once a year and that was it. That was it. In October 9th, I say I post about once a year, but this is worthy of a post. It was, and so before this, I didn't do shit. It wasn't until 2020. No, scratch that 2021, where I actually started using social media. Okay. So if you're not a social media guy, don't worry. Here's what stuck out to me, because I went kicking and dragging. I did not like social media. I didn't get it. I don't get why people waste all that time on it. And then it was one of the clients that I worked with, Taryn, who's a badass gym owner in Canada, who crushed it with our systems. Crushed it with our systems like you wouldn't believe. We were on a call and I was bitching because I needed to get the word out to these other gym owners that like you can turn around your business very quickly. Very quickly. Like it's just insane what you can do with the right strategy. And I was just complaining about having to create content and getting on there and learning it and doing that. She goes, yeah, but Scott, it's not about you. And that's when it just hit me like a bullet. I'm like, fuck, you're right. It's not about me. It isn't. All these gym owners, like gym owners and fitness entrepreneurs, they're out there on social media looking for help. That's where they're at. So I can just be like, well, I don't really like social media and not help anybody. Or I can get my ass out where the people actually are and engage with them. And I got to thank Taryn for like, yeah, you just put it in that simple sentence and you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's not about me. And it's bigger than me. And that was really cool. So by the way, like when I said she crushed it, she crushed it. And she started like moving the high ticket experience up. In here, you can see she sold a $6,000 9-week executive program. She beat that later by $8,000. She signed up a guy for $8,000 for 9 weeks, got his wife involved, and about 8 weeks later, wherever that closed that program, she re-signed them both for an entire year. I don't remember what it ended up being, but it was something like 80, almost 90 grand from 2 people. A lot of us would be happy to make that all year long. So this is where your prices and offers will help, okay? But when you start to get out there with social media, it's going to feel a lot like this. It's like, can anybody hear me out there? I don't think anybody's. It's like you're shouting out to a massive stadium and you don't think anybody is following your stuff, seeing your stuff. It's crickets. You feel like an idiot. You're putting this shit out there. You get like 1 like from your mom. By the way, if you go to my Facebook page or whatever, you'll see my mom like pretty much every single post. It's embarrassing, but like I thank her for it. But you're just like, I don't think anybody's seeing this. You've got to keep doing it. People are seeing it. The algorithms are showing it to people, even if they're not liking or commenting. You would be surprised. So you got to stick with it. You're going to feel like it's not working, but you have to. But it will work. It will work. There's a lot of businesses that it's like, look, Corey, 2 weeks exploding with comments, 57 this week. Game changer. Joey said, just signed another previous member up for a transformation that heard about it. This is from his high ticket offer, right? He was just CrossFit, low ticket. He started talking about his high ticket offer on social media, had another previous member for a transformation that heard about it through organic posts on my personal Facebook page. That's $5,000 so far since starting the 8-week social media framework. Not a bad minimum time investment. It works, guys. Hugh over there, in case you're wondering, we just hit 35K for the month, double last month's revenue, which was a record already, and 3.5x the month before we started PT Legends. It's the first time he's been able to breathe in 3 years since owning a gym. That was all organic. He had no money for paid ads. No money for paid ads, okay? So what do? Like you got this email list. You can double dip. Whatever you put on social media can also go out to your email list. What's that system look like? Okay. Number 1, educate. So you're going to have different posts, and this is a good weekly cadence. You need to educate them on your offers and what you do and your methods and why you're different and how it works. Okay. So you educate, then you share a personal story about how you learned this or how it came to you, or an epiphany, or you realize this after some time. Then you demonstrate how it worked for others. This is where you can put in social proof, and you share a story of a client. It doesn't need to be a drastic before and after, guys. We're like, oh, lost 50 pounds. It's not about that. You want to talk about more of the internal change, not the external change. You want to talk about how to change their life and empower them. They don't have to fear food anymore, right? They can actually enjoy going out for pizza for their son's birthday instead of just eating it and feeling like shit and regret. Like, it's more than that. So you want to demonstrate and share how it works with somebody you work with. It shows that other people work with you as a professional and trust you and see results through you. And then you want to put in some offers. You want to have a direct or indirect offer. Sometimes you see it like, hey, looking for 5 people or this, that. That's a direct offer. But there's also indirect offers that you can make to the people who like and comment on your social media posts. So some people will be like, wow, they'll show the story about you working with Sarah, right? And she's a mom who struggled with her weight for 15 years. And now here's where she's come. Here's the power that she's back. She feels sexy again for the first time, blah, blah, blah. And people will like, or they'll comment, whoa, way to go. That's when you can just create a conversation with them. Acknowledge them. We'll get into this in a second, but you kind of acknowledge them. Hey, thank you so much for liking or commenting on Sarah's journey. Like, it means a lot. And man, she's done unbelievable. They'll respond back with something. You can ask a fitness related question or so, or you can just go into an offer and just and going into a DM direct, we might not feel comfortable with that. Hey, would you like to do the same thing? You can do that. But another good way to do it is when you thank them so much for blah, 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 and they respond back, no, awesome, it's an inspiration. Say, I'm looking to work with another 4 or 5 Sarahs, in January. Do you know of anybody who would like to make those changes like she did? And that's really what you're asking is, does that interest you? But it's a softer approach that we feel better with. And again, you might just get a referral out of it too, which is pretty cool. So, and then the other one that we want to do is an attractive character or lifestyle post. This is just you being you. You're a likable person if you share it out there. You are. Some people might hate you. That's okay, right? You're not going to sign them up anyways. And so you want to show a little bit of insight into your life, that you're not just out for business. You're a human. You have a family. You do this. You like horseback riding, whatever it is. Just be you a little bit. It makes you more likable, right? It makes you more like a human being instead of just a business. And I'm trying to get your money. And, you don't have an identity beyond what you do. So that lifestyle post is going to be a really good thing. So what does something like this look like? Right. So, and you don't need to do this many. You should be doing 4 to 5 a week, more than likely, but you kind of educate, personalize, demonstrate, and offer an attractive character lifestyle kind of thing. Right. You can do 2. It can just be 1. But this is stuff that we build for all the people that we work with. And we write it up and give it to you every week. Now, what you should do, you can literally copy and paste it. But the people who are the most successful with it will just put a little bit of a twist on their end, like speaking to their avatar client, or obviously speaking from your personal experiences, not the ones we write for you. But you kind of have the exact template when it comes to what you want to do for a story poll. I just learned how to do stories like a year or 2 ago. Like I'm not great on it, but I am getting pretty damn good now, right? But you have all this stuff. So you have, your Monday posts, you'll have your Tuesday posts where you're sharing this is the personalized one. Your Wednesday is demonstrate. So this is social proof. Obviously put a picture of your client in there. Do you need a before after? No, you don't. So you don't have to have that ready. But you take this and here's other stuff. And the great thing is there's Canva links. So if you're like me, you're not a social media whiz, you need some help with it. Literally, you take these templates, you save it as your own, you put in your photo, you put in your name, and you have your stuff here, and you just go with it. So, because one of the big things with social media, it's easy to fall behind on it. It's hard to keep up with it. You got a million things going on. You got to do your lead nurture. You got to do sales. You're on the floor. You're coaching. You have systems. You got to redo this stupid A2P compliance thing. There's a lot to do. We got to make this easy for you so you actually do it. Because let's be honest, who's actually really on top of their social media? Hey, just a quick reminder to everybody, if you are ready to start making an extra $10,000 more this month, every month, by making more money with less clients with transformational programs and create a consistent flow of high-quality leads, you can learn more about what it's like to work with me and my team at PT Legends and how ridiculously affordable it is at CoachScottCarpenter.com. It is such a no-brainer that have more than pays for itself when we teach you how to enroll just two case study clients. Really, that's it. So go to CoachScottCarpenter.com and learn more about it. I mean, I teach this stuff and I struggle with it sometimes, and I got a team to help me. Like it's pretty wild. So the point is like we are really, like, I am really committed to gym owners and fitness entrepreneurs becoming successful. This is a lot of work to get all this stuff done, right? But like we do it because it's going to save you 5 hours a week. And let's be real, you're not going to do it, is what happens for the most part. So we have that done for you. With everybody we work with, we just give it to you every single week. And there you go, right? But that's the flow. You can do this yourself too. Educate, personalize, demonstrate, offer, and then an attractive character or lifestyle post. So yeah, this we showed Hugh before, right? And again, he had amazing results with it. He's sharing here, like this series of posts, the last 3 to 4 weeks have been great. After yesterday's call to action, so he did an offer, I'll have 5 discovery calls as a result. That's nuts, guys. You put out one offer, you get 5 discovery calls. That's crazy, okay? And then, make that 7. I just got 2 more calls. Like it can work. You just got to, and again, he was only at this this is either his first or second month. I don't know which, but it works. This is what took him from $9K a month and struggling behind on rent to finishing in that second month at $38.5 thousand. Number 1, having a true high ticket offer. And number 2, organic lead gen system. Totally changed the game for Hugh. Brought him on the brink of losing everything to getting past it. Okay. This also works if you're doing well. If you're doing well, this will really work for you as well. You have a bigger list, so you have a bigger email list this is getting out to. And chances are you have a few more followers and more clients that follow you on your personal social media too. By the way, I didn't say this, but put this on your personal social media. Facebook, Instagram, they do not want to show your business stuff unless you pay. Put this on your personal social media. Okay. So Shannon, started this. She was 2 weeks in. This is March 15th. She started probably March 1st. And on the 8-week social media push, she posted in our group internally, I went 3 for 3 on PCs, perfect consultations. In the comments, she said, make that 4 for 4 with a 5th consult coming up. So that's within 2 weeks. Okay. Her high ticket programs are $3,500. So that's 14 grand in new business with just 4. I don't know how she ended up with a total, but damn, I do know how it's affected her business going from around 30K to over 70K. By the way, she is someone that we've also helped build an online business on top of it. And shout out to Shannon, she recently sold her gym. I think it was last month she closed on it for a mint. Because even though she got the gym to the point where she was just going in once a week, she wanted to be location independent, spend more time in her vacation cabin. So she built her online business really well, exited for multiple 6 figures, has an amazing thing, gets to spend more time with her daughter where she wants. So congrats, Shannon. But the whole thing is guys, you can't just post it, right? So you'll have people that like and comment. So you have your content. It's not like they're just going to go to your website and fill out forms. Some are going to raise their hand and say, I'm interested when you make your offer. Great. Knock it down, hop on a discovery call. We teach you how to do that in our high ticket launch sales program, right? Crush a discovery call, bring him in for a PC, and you knock it down with our sales method and crush your high ticket. Okay. The brilliant thing about organic leads, okay, you're not going to bring in 100 leads a month like you are with paid ads. You don't need to. You might get 6% of your paid ad leads across the board. But organic, are you kidding me? They've been digesting your method, right? You're indoctrinating with your method. You're sharing the story about how you've built this. You're demonstrating how it works for other people. They're getting indoctrinated into you, and they're trusting you, and they're seeing you as a person, and they're going to be ready. So the people that you get in from here, they are high ticket leads all the way around. They are not going to be no-showing you, and they're going to get your high ticket or at least your mid-ticket offer. Unlike the dog shit that comes in from Facebook, right? You got to sift through a lot of turds to get a couple nuggets out of Facebook leads. So how do you start taking these posts and getting these likes and comments? How do you turn it into consults? Well, it's not that complicated, guys. I kind of illustrated it before. Let's just say somebody likes something. You post a thing as social proof and somebody likes it. Go on there, add them as a friend. We have a RAFO framework that we teach. Reach out, right? Reach out, acknowledge, ask a fitness-related questions, and then make an offer. But yeah, they like something, or they comment, and let's say it's on a social media, social proof post. So just go to that. You go to that and you say thank you so much for supporting so and so. It's pretty amazing, and then you can ask a fitness-related questions, or you can make a direct offer right there. And what do you know her personally, or this or that? Oh yes, she's actually my neighbor or something like that. Like, that's awesome. Thank you so much again for being supportive. I'm looking to find 3 or 4 more people to work with personally with my transformation program. Do you know of somebody that might be interested? And she'd be like, yeah, my sister. Or she'd be like, you know what? I mean, it's something that I've kind of been considering too. I've just been putting off, right? Great. So then you just offer to hop on a quick discovery call. Getting her to just come in for an hour-long sales conversation might be a stretch. But what you do is offer a discovery call. Hey, I can, would you like to hop on for just a 5-10 minute phone call? I can see if you'd be a good fit for the same program that she went through. Yeah, no problem. You hop on for 5-10 minutes, do our discovery call script. It'll be teed up for you to just knock that sucker down and crush it with high ticket. So the thing is like, with paid ads, everybody knows there's autoresponders and bots and all that kind of stuff. There's no trust there, especially with these paid ads. And everybody's had the free 6 weeks. Is this free? Is this free? Of course it's not free, you asshole, right? I can't, I got a lot of overhead in my gym. This is different, guys. And you want to build that trust. Treat them like a person, not just like a number on the internet. And you will build that trust, and you will just, that noisy crowd, when you're trying to yell at a stadium, you're going to cut right through and find the 3, 4, 5, 6 people this month that want to work with you, that are already indoctrinating what you do and following and a believer in what you do. That's why this is so powerful. You don't need 100 leads. If you have a high ticket offer and you have organic, you getting 2 or 3 people, and let's say you sell yours at low end, $2,500. All right. That's $5,000, $7,500 in organic, free new business. Is it worth it to do this? Especially if we give it to you, right? If we give you all the posts that you need, hell yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. And you need to do this because you have to cut through the shit. You got to show you're different in your community than the guy down the street. Okay? So occasionally you can run some big offers too. This is really good if you have an email list. I created this because there were a few people a while back that like, I need to do your program. I just cannot afford it. And stick around if that's even you too, because we're running a Black Friday thing. We'll get to that in a second, right? But I decided to wrap up a playbook on how to, like, you have alumni, you have people that used to work with you that gave you money in the past, or you've got a list of people that never worked with you, but you have those. And you're going to run this on social media and your email or SMS list, okay? But I needed to find a way to get people to raise money really quickly. So, and I'd run similar plays to this. I ran something similar for another business that I own a part of, that I'm an advisor to. It's actually selling physical retail products. But we did this over Black Friday, because you can skin this for any occasion. Could be your 6th anniversary in business. It could be because, hey, yearly I'm going to run this for my birthday and I want to give something away for my birthday. It could be any reason. It could be a 4th of July thing. It could be a Black Friday thing. You can reskin this play in any which way. But we brought in, we don't know the final tally, but it's at least high 80 something thousand dollars we brought in for Black Friday with this play. We ran at Black Friday to Cyber Monday, which was pretty awesome. But essentially what I did was create a play. So every now and again, you want to run a what I call promo play, where you have a big sale. All you need is some kind of event. Okay. You need to figure out what your offers are. You need to have just an excuse to run a sale, right? like it's, and they're all in here. It could be X years in business, X years since a personal family triumph or anniversary. Doesn't matter. Moving to a new location, Memorial's Day, Veterans Day, Mother's Day, doesn't matter. Okay. And then, it's just the copy that you want, right? Here's the email copy. Here's the social media copy. And this one, it was a meme style post right here. And you're building anticipation, right? So you're not just coming out with this like, hey, tomorrow I'm announcing a huge sale to celebrate. Boom. Let me know if you want the details. People will like and comment. It's going to generate things. It's going to get the algorithms going. So your next post gets to more eyeballs, right? And it describes how to turn those into sales and the scripts. And then bam, you've got your next day's post. Today's it. Today's the day in celebration of whatever, right? And it's got the email. It's got the social media copy. You're going to reach out to former clients. You give them the heads up. You're starting to interact with them. Then it tells you the next day and the follow-up and then in case you missed it. But every now and again, every 2 to 3 months, what you want to do is run a big promo play. And you should be able to grab a lot of cash. You have it all organized. You know what you're doing day 1, 2, 3, 4, and in case you missed it, day 5. Okay. So every 2 to 3 months, you want to be running one of those. Okay. The other thing too, I'll just mention it, referrals. A lot of us don't really do a great job of referrals. We just get them when we get them. Our high ticket transformation and our mid ticket transformation, we actually have it built in at week 6. We get their whole story, how they're changing internally, externally, all that cool stuff. And what we do in that, we have them tell us how amazing their journey has been so far. And then we ask them, who else do you know that needs to make this kind of change? So they just get done telling us an amazing story, the problem that they were having before they started with us and how they struggled for the last 14 years, what that frustration felt like as they tried to solve that problem, right? I tried 6 different diets. I tried 4 different, workout programs, all that kind of stuff. And I'm 20 pounds heavier for all of that trouble. And I just feel really uncomfortable in my own skin, right? What's different about their journey this time since going into your transformational program? What kind of changes they've already seen and how's it impacting their life? So they get them telling you this, and that's when we ask for the referrals afterwards. First of all, we lock down the renewal, get them to renew for 12 months. Then what we do is get the referrals. And it works really well. If you follow that protocol step by step, your best people will refer your best people, okay? A lot of people don't want to do that. If you do that, again, with a high ticket program, man, you only need a couple of months and you're in a whole different position. You got your $5,000 in new business with 2 high tickets. It's pretty awesome. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of, that's the high ticket launch. Like we teach you how to build out your offers for your specific business, teach you how to sell them, right? Discovery call, perfect consultation, closing it down, all that kind of stuff. We teach you how to fulfill. And we actually give you our 63-day transformation program, which you can white label. It doesn't have to be 63-day, guys. You can make it 8 weeks or 12 weeks or 16 weeks, whatever you want. And in that is the referral, the renewal and the referral program, okay? And so what you need to do is to get ahead of all this. I just showed you a lot of stuff. On the organic side, let's see if I pulled it up here, right? You kind of want to get your marketing calendar set up for 2025. If you don't take December and do this right, your 2025 will look a lot like your 2024. Now, if you're at where you're at, great. If you're at where you're at, great, and you're comfortable. But if you want more, for whatever reason, your 2025 will look the exact same as this year unless you deliberately take the time to plan it out this December and execute a different plan in 2025, okay? So however you want to grow, take it seriously because time sneaks up. And we just don't get around to doing what we need to do. And we get stale, okay? So first off, yeah, you want to plan out where all the holidays land, right? So that'll help keep you on track with any of the content you need to do. You want to plug in your promo plays that we talked about, right? You can do a new year, new you. This is that 10K weekend that I showed you, right? You can do a scholarship play, a spring into action, a volunteer play, whatever it is. And then your content should go weekly, 5 times a week, 4 to 5 times a week for your content, right? We're not covering it today because there's only so much time we can get to, but when we talk about business to business plays or running events, webinars, you can absolutely do all those things. So plan those out so they actually get done And we're not covering pipeline building today either, like how to expand your group. What local Facebook groups can you enter around your area that has your target clients? That's a really good thing to do. A really good thing to do. But there's all these plays you can choose from for these different ones. But get it set up and execute. Okay, it's that simple. And you just have to plan if you want to succeed in 2025. It's just going to take a little bit of work, right? Our high ticket launch. I told you I would get to our Black Friday plays, but like our flagship program is this. What you saw Hugh and Shannon and Joey Scafidi and all those people do, they all went through our high ticket launch program to build in these offers and learn how to sell the living hell out of them and the fulfillment system. Now that works online and in person. So how Shannon grew and bolted on an online coaching company in addition to her gym and eventually said, I just want to do that. Let me sell the gym for boatloads of money. What we teach will work online and in person. Okay. That's the cool thing. But this is a very intensive program and giving you a lifetime license to use and private label our transformation program. If you don't have a high ticket offer, don't know how to fill it, don't worry. We will teach you that. We will give you that. But we're going to walk you through this step by step to integrate it in your business with your business model and step by step. This is our flagship thing that we've been doing for almost 4 years. So if you ever want to talk to anybody who's been through it, we can easily set that up. Okay. But that's our flagship thing. And like I said, we all have trouble getting leads in the doors. So we're going to give you the complete organic acquisition system. Okay. And that is going to be all this done for you stuff. You're going to get it delivered every single week with everything you need to do, the Canva templates, the scripts, the designs, the everything delivered to your mailbox every single week, which will help you do it. So we're doing all that. And this stuff works for CrossFits, group training gyms, semi-private gyms, one-on-one, online, in person, out of your garage, you name it. We've worked with people. This is, I guess I picked the wrong one. This is just showing one person selling all this stuff. This was Jared, who wasn't even the owner. He was the sales guy for, I think it was CrossFit Devotion. And he crushed. So if you look at all these timestamps on here, these actually are all December. 5K, 3K, 3K, 5K, 3K, 4K, 2.5K, 3K. Crushed it. Dominated. A couple of these were from Facebook ads. Most of them were for organic. But you can do insane. This is at a CrossFit gym, guys. So you just gotta have a better offer, and you have to charge for it. You have to charge for it. It makes your job easier. I know for those of you who don't have something listed, like how the hell do I sell something like that? What's involved in that? I don't grasp. What the hell is worth something that's $2.5 to $5,000? We're going to teach you that step by step. And a big part of what we do is get you confident in your offers. If you're less confident, we're going to start you lower on your price first until you get confident. We're going to have you do some case studies, and then you're going to work with these people. Then you're going to be like, oh, I get it now. I know why it's worth this now. And I want to bump this up another $500, $1,000. And you're off into the races. Okay. We have you. Okay. We got your back. We're going to teach you all of this stuff and put in that acquisition system. So main thing, guys, is we've helped a lot of places all over the world, all different types of businesses. And our high ticket launch program is what we're doing at 60% off. It's a post Black Friday sale, because I had all the businesses to do Black Friday stuff for, and I help you guys through it, all that kind of stuff. So, and we're so busy leading up to our own Black Friday to Cyber Monday offers with everything that I did not want to throw one thing onto your plate and have you consider this. So I'm like, I'm just going to say this. We're going to do a post Black Friday thing. I'm going to keep this open for probably roughly a week or until we kind of hit our cap. So we don't work with tons of people at a time because it's time intensive on our part. It's not just a course and good luck. No. Like, we put a lot into it. We're going to do a lot of one-on-one and dial this thing in, make sure you're comfortable, you're confident. We have the exact way we're going to bolt it on the front end, back into your business, do your case studies, all of that stuff. But it's going to be at 60% off, and which is something we've never done, never even close to it before. And I'll show you how to do that in a second. This URL, let let's see, I might have to get out of presenter view to copy and paste this. You can use that QR code, or I'm going to put this URL. And Carlene, you're listening. So if people are listening to this on the podcast, make sure to put this link in the show notes so they can get to it. But go to that page, and that should be this one right here. So it's right here, and you're going to get everything. Like I said, we're throwing in the organic acquisition system because we need to get you leads in the door. This program is what we've charged $12,000 for in the past. So we're literally doing it $5,000, meaning you can sign up 2 people and get your money. And here's the cool thing. So if you can't do that in full, because I know it's holidays and cash flow, there's also an option on here. It's linked up to a firm, which you can either get it for stretch out over 12 or 36 months, or even interest free for 6 months right there. You just got to put in, it'll link up, and it might ask you questions if you've never done it before, and you can see what you can qualify for. There's also Klarna or anything like that. So that will get you in these. I believe we got about 10 slots. I just don't know how many are open at the moment. I couldn't tell you at the moment, but I will let you know if they start to close up. But if you're in doubt, get this, guys. It's $5,000. It's stupid. I mean, this is what we've done at $12,000 all the time. And your lifetime license, there's no hidden cost. Your lifetime license for all the stuff on the 63-day transformation is yours. If you have questions, guys, and it kind of shows what we're covering and everything there. But if you have questions on this, or you're not even sure if it's the best thing for your business, or you're just whatever, right up here, you can hit this and you can shoot me a text message. This is going to go to my phone. It's going to go to my phone number. I will get it. So if you have questions, just reach out. And some of you asked before too, yes, we have a mastermind. So that might be the better thing. And you can book a call and we can chat about it. You tell me your situation, and if it's the right thing, great. If it's not, no big deal. But if you get this and later want to decide you want to join the mastermind, we can apply what you've done here to that. Okay. I don't want you not being sure which one is the right fit to impede you from getting this sale, because the spots will go fast. So if you get this and later on you're like, hey, I actually want to do your mastermind because I want help with all these other things and working with you longer and one-on-one mentorship calls and everything else, no problem. We can roll that into that. Okay. So don't let this stop you. Get it, and then we can always chat. But if you have questions, if you're not sure if this is a good fit, if you might be thinking about selling in a few months, maybe not, right? So we can talk about all those things and be happy to spend time with you. Just shoot me a text message, and we can talk over the phone. We can talk over Zoom. It's not a sales thing, guys. It's tell me where you're at, where your obstacles are. I'll give you my honest opinion, and I'll let you know if the mastermind or this program or a different program might be good. And if it isn't, I will let you know too. But anyways, this is my thanks. I want to get back for this. I know it's been a tough year for some people. It's been a frustrating year for some people. And this is the thing that has lifted dozens and dozens and dozens of people through this. But yeah, I think that's all I got today. I know we went over a lot, but the organic stuff, guys, if you're stuck in the mud and you don't know where to get through on this kind of stuff, this is going to get you through on it. So that's all I had for you today. What I'm going to do is cut the recording. And then if any of you wanted to stay on and ask questions and all that kind of stuff, let me know, or just stay on. And then it won't be recorded, so we can chat and answer any questions. So that's all I had. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you are ready to start making an extra $10,000 a month or more this month by making more money with less clients and create a consistent flow of high-quality leads, you can learn about what it's like to work with me and how ridiculously affordable it is at CoachScottCarpenter.com. And if you got any value out of this episode, please pay it forward and leave a review for this show. It helps other gym owners find the answers to the huge problems that we all share. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.